So we also made some changes to corruption zones where we consolidated them. You can kind of see some examples here. Basically, there's going to be less zones overall. So we went from, if this count's correct, 67 to 38 zones. And again, these are all consolidated now, so there'll be more zones that take place within a singular corruption. And hopefully this will just make it so there's less auto-skip zones. You're just more inclined to when you want to go do corruption zones, you just kind of go do them, right? Yeah, we ended up fixing that. And then also modified it so that Whirlwind will try to pry out a closer target. But one caveat is that it won't hit the same target twice unless there's no other targets available. So the lock equipment and charm inventory will now also lock your mercenary equipment. So we also made another change. So if your gear is currently locked, you also can't socket items into them accidentally. So if you're so last stream we had a bunch of people asking about the PvP charms and the fact that people might be able to scam with them in trade screens and stuff, even though we stated that we added the obvious little cross sword here thing. So something else that we've added in the upcoming season is a keybind for gamble refresh. Quality of life here, you can hit the button and just gamble refresh your way. It's also fully configurable. There's also a configurable keybind for transmute, which you can see here. So if you want to set a keybind for transmute, you can set a keybind and you can transmute items. Little quality of life on the cube as well. If you're unsure what you want your keybind to be, they'll all be in the menu here under transmute and gamble refresh. And you can kind of set them to whatever you feel like fits for you personally. Alright, chat. We have made a little change to Blaze. So Blaze now provides phasing while equipped, which is kind of funny. So, for example, this build is a Frost Nova on proc Innocence Blaze Sork. So this character, for example, is an Innocent setup with Frost Nova on striking. That was playing Frost Nova proc build. And I just kind of hijacked their build. So, kind of funny. And then they complain that they dumped them all. So it's now changed from dumping everything to +20. So it'd still be your +20 on your skill points, or it's +20 on stats. So you hopefully will not somehow fuck up and push everything in. Alright, chat. We have made a change to Mind Blast. Mind Blast now progressively increases in size as you cast it. So if you look at the bottom left, I get a little short buff. It means progressive casts increase the size of Mind Blast. Oh, apparently I did not get the change from earlier. Okay, this is supposed to be increasing with 3 stacks instead of 5. I thought I compiled, but I must have not compiled properly. With 0 FCR, can it still stack? No, you'll need FCR. So if I have no FCR, it's going to be very hard to stack it. See? This is at almost very little FCR. So you are going to need some FCR. And then obviously the more FCR you get, the more you'll be able to stack it. So now I have a little bit of FCR. So you'll get to a certain breakpoint. It looks like it's 65. And at 65, I guess, is when the stacking kind of comes online. So you'll need at least 65 FCR, which is not very hard to get.